Hi, Jay Fleischman from BK Practice Pro. I'd like to talk to you about commitment today. I'm not talking about the commitment that's required between two people in order to keep a relationship functioning. What I'm talking about is commitment to your marketing process. See, everybody puts up a blog or they put up a website or they start a Twitter profile or a Facebook profile, and they think that everything's going to be wonderful. They think that they're going to suddenly go up the top of the search rankings and they're going to get a ton of traffic out of it and boatloads of clients and everything's going to be great. But the reality is that having the tool is not the same thing as using the tool. And we all know that, right? If you go out and you buy a hammer, but you don't hammer anything into the wall, then the pictures still stay on the floor in the closet, and you've got a great hammer, but it's really nothing more than window dressing. See, when you're marketing online or offline, really any marketing whatsoever, you're required to make a commitment. And if you're not willing to make a commitment, then you're never going to get the payout that the system can give to you. I've got just tons and tons of anecdotal evidence of lawyers who put up websites and blogs and they do nothing with them. They don't put any posts up. They don't update their content, or they'll go onto Twitter and they'll set up a profile and they'll never come back to it again. And then when I ask them why they think that blogging or Twitter or Facebook or any of these other great online tools doesn't work, they say to me, well, I put something up and it didn't really pan out for me. And the reason why it doesn't pan out is because there's no consistency to the commitment that you make. If you have a tool at your disposal, you need to make sure that you can commit at least a little bit of time to utilizing that tool and to exploiting the resource that the tool represents. If you've got a blog, you should be blogging once a week. Now, it's wonderful to say that you should do it every single day. Certainly, the more you blog, the more things that are great are going to come to you, the more exposure, the more search engine optimization, the more prospects, the more clients, the more wonderful things in the world. But telling you to do it every single day is going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of energy that you probably don't have. So, once a week, go onto the blog once a week and put something up. It doesn't have to be masterful. It doesn't have to be the next great American novel. There's an old saying that good enough is good enough. And that holds true here. Put up a blog post, and if it's good enough, if it can be read and understood by the people who would find it useful, well, then it's good enough. Hit the publish button and send it out there. Now, as time goes by, you'll get better at it. As time goes by, you'll think of clever ways to do things and say things that will perhaps be more effective. But you've got to start somewhere. Do something small and do something this week. Same thing with Twitter. If you think that Twitter is not really useful, you need to go onto Twitter at least once a week. Spend 20 minutes there. Listen to some conversations. Participate to the extent that you think that you're able to. Just throw some useful information out there. Don't just throw, New York bankruptcy lawyer, call me today or tomorrow or whatever with your phone number, because that's not interesting to anybody. Nobody's going to pay any attention to that. That's the equivalent of email spam. It's just going to get deleted. Throw something out there that's interesting. I was in Judge Feller's courtroom today and he ruled on this. If you're in the Eastern District of New York, you know who Judge Feller is. So, throw something out there. Get your name out there. Participate. Give something of value. Do it a little bit at a time. You don't have to jump headfirst into the water. Dip a toe in. But make that commitment. Remain consistent with that commitment. And in doing so, you're going to find that you're going to get a lot more traction and a lot more payout from all of your marketing venues. For more information, go to my blog at www.bkpracticepro.com, and while you're there, remember to sign up for the newsletter. It's free, it's jam-packed, filled with great information, and I promise not to be boring if nothing else. So, for BK Practice Pro, this is Jay Fleischman, and until next time, I'll see you online.